Hello, legends. Welcome back. Another video, doing something a little different tonight. I recently upgraded my computer. I got a new MacBook Pro with the M1 chip. So I've grabbed an old session from my ancient EP, been there, lived that, and imported just the audio and basically have a dry session with pretty much fuck all. And I am going to sort of go through it all. So first things first, anyone who knows me knows I'm anal. And anal about what exactly? Naming conventions. Like this is just, what's it? Cool, sweet, done, nice, cool. Well, what the fuck? Drum kit icon. It's so not hard. Alrighty, that's a bit of basic routing and naming conventions and some other bits that all is matchy. So basically this one is like all the tracks on the EP. It is a little bit of drums that I, depending on the song, recorded outside in my old place in Victoria, which was a bit of fun. I did enjoy recording drums outside. As well as bass. I thought I needed 2 bass tracks for every song. I'm not sure why I decided that, but apparently I did. I needed 2 bass tracks. I've got just kick, snare, snare bottom, rack tom, floor tom, 2 overheads, some MIDI claps in there for extra snare oomph for the song. This one's Take You Home, by the way. I'll explain more about what that's about later on, but that's the track. Bass dirty. And then guitars, some DI brilliance. And I mean that with full satire, because let's be honest, DI, oh boy, DI is just dog shit instrument. I think that's what it actually means. And let's listen to it in its entirety. Now, old Balos was not as technologically savvy back in the day, and also didn't have the gear. What has been created is a bunch of DI guitar and pitchy vocals. So we're instead going to go through the DI guitar and pitchy vocals, and I think we'll just start with what I'm most comfortable with, which would be the bass and the drums. So let's just start with a kick. Kick's empty. So I've got a bunch of new CLA plugins with the CLA collection. So I'm just going to start with what I usually would throw on there. Bit of CLA drums, and let's jump on the compressor, CLA 76. I'll throw a basic EQ, which is going to look something like that. Meanwhile, I cannot actually remember how good or bad the stems are, and I feel like it's closer to the bad, so I'm going to have to crank them a fair bit. Let's see what that sounds like. Let's have a go. That's not bad out the gates, actually. I don't mind that. That's not the worst thing I've ever heard. Because I've listened to some of these other tracks, so I know what the worst thing is, and it's them. So I can turn that down a little, and let's compress that one up a little bit more. Gate's okay. Yeah, it's a bit dry, but we'll fix that up. That's not a bad start. Let's listen to that. I wear what I want and I talk what I feel. If you don't the kick drum is now the most impressive part of this whole song. So, got to start somewhere. Snare. Now the snare, I'll probably do something similar, which is lame, and just, obviously, for those watching and not really paying attention to what I'm doing, I'm not actually going to keep the same settings on. I'm not a complete bumbling fool. But what I will do is I will jump onto the snare. Let's have a go at this. Oh, I don't want that. What's that one? A bit peaky, but we'll throw it in there. A lot of top end. A lot of top end in this guy. Oh, so much top end. Let's get some of that hat. This hat's out there. Let's see what I can wrangle together with the snare bottom later, but we'll start with that and see what that sounds like together. Looking past around the... Not the worst thing I've ever heard. I'm going to throw a bit of gate on there because these tracks were bleed central. I'm going to keep it a bit dry because I don't really like this reverb in here, so let's compress a bit more, go like that, and throw some of that in there. So much hi-hat in this was the biggest thing I noticed. I really just want snap. I don't want all the hi-hat. I don't want all that bit of meat. I don't want all that hi-hat. So basically, Take You Home, the track, it's a mixture of every ridiculous, psychotic lady in my life in the past, and just the highlights reel, basically. Because I found someone who actually was quite good value, and then moved states. Not regretting the move by any stretch of the imagination, but you know, you live and learn. So basically, that is what the track's about for anyone who knows it. It is on all the platforms at the moment, but I figured I might be able to give it some new life. So I'm going to go through these and just have a bit of a squiz, and if there's anything worth reposting out of this, you never know, you might hear the new versions. I got all 6 songs I can go through. Let me know if you want me to go through the rest of them, because yeah, some good bits in there. Yeah, it's a bit hot. The whole thing's a bit hot, so let's bring it back down a little, but it's doable for now. That's a bit of a drum kit thing. Let's jump in on the claps. I just want to get this clap sound. I feel like a more natural sounding one, and then a way less natural sounding one. So I'll jump on the extremely not natural sounding one. See how much oomph we got in there. Alrighty, so I've just done a little bit of noodling around the bass guitar. So the bass guitar, just threw a bit of a CLA bass. Obviously not much room, but this, this goes alright. Yeah, let's see what that blends like. Let's see if that sounds alright. Yeah, that's alright. So I also threw on the CLA vocal. I just threw the CLA vocals on the actual bus to start with. And yeah, like overall, not the worst thing I've ever heard. I did a fair bit of pitch correction and manual stuff when I did this the second time around. The other morning woke up fine, thinking how to pass the time. It's alright. Now as for these guitars, let's have a go. It's dry. Let's see. Let's. We got the amp there. It's average. It's not. Oh, it's all pedals. Right. So it's all pedals. Okay. In that case, then let's jump onto both of those. And let's scooch the old. Let's bring this mix window in there. And let's jump onto another new thing I've recently purchased. This is all included in the Waves bundle. I'm not here to advertise Waves, but they're all from $151 million gazillion dollars down to $29.99. They're always $29.99. I do not understand. But let's have a listen. Let's just nothing on the rhythms. Let's see what we've got. It's solid. Oh well. it's just comb filtering too much. So let's jump back onto that. Let's jump into see, that's just so much top end.
Looking past around the bend.
So much top end. Let's scooch into here, and what's happening here? It's killing out the bottom. That's a bit much. Let's maybe do that. Let's see what that was worth. Let's keep in mind these are DI tracks, so this is not how I normally mix guitars. But you know, you're living and you're learning. We're zigging and zagging.
Been seems the weirdest one's the one that's king.
A bit more. Let's try that, shall we? Let's bloody paste these ones in there. It's not bad. I don't mind it. Based on what I'm dealing with here. I can hear the... Let's leave that bit in the middle there. Sort of keep a little bit. More is more. Or less is more.
I'm getting tired now.
That is both my most impressive, but it's also that is both my most impressive and also most terrible drum fill. It's like it's out of time. Like it's in time, but it's just I don't know, dog shit. It's interesting. It's mind blowing. Whoever plays drums in this, he needs to get better. But that's neither here nor there. Let's have another go at these toms. That's just a second snare drum. You absolute prawn. Oh, the way I've cut this is atrocious. Ah. Oh, let's just get that gate off because I've manually gated it by cutting it apart like a dickhead. So let's grab that. Let's get the old EQ-a-rooney and let's just... It's going to have to be that, unfortunately. I didn't want it to be, boys. I did not want it to be. But unfortunately, I don't make the rules. That's just boomy as hell. Let's just copy this guy. Go to this guy, paste her on. It's just another snare, let's be real. Let's have another go. I think a bit of parallel compression on this would work alright.
I'm getting tired now.
So you can hear it. I'm biased. I'm listening to a headphone mix, and I also know what the drum fill is. So I'm biased, but like I'm not sure it's going to come through. So, but then when the claps come in, I'm sort of losing those guys as well. So let's bring those guys up. Yeah, a bit of clapping, fun. I think that's a bit of a start from where we started, which was obviously no plugins at all. I think from where we started, we're doing okay.
Fine, thinking how to pass the time. Something seemed to make me laugh, reflecting on the few years past.
It's something. So yeah, this is the track. Just basically sandboxing some ideas for it. That's a bit of an insight. Trying some new things out. You were along for the ride. Let me know if you like this. Let me know if you want me to do more of these or whatever. And until next time, I'll see you later.